After premiering at the world's most prestigious film festival, these films have become classics and inspired generations of directors.
Don't let anyone tell you there's anything you can't do.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies awarded the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival.
Et t'as toujours préféré les filles? Non, j'ai essayé les deux. J'ai sorti avec des garçons, des filles, et puis je me suis rendu compte que je préférais les filles. Ça, c'est sûr.
For this list, we've assembled a list of the movies that received the highest honor at the Cannes Film Festival. Though the award has changed names several times, we're looking at those films that won the highest prize since the festival was first held in 1946, and have chosen those that remain a part of popular culture and film textbooks to this day.
This ain't none of your business, mister.
I'm making it my business.
So, cinephiles, sit back and see if your favorites made the list.
How goes the life of the mind?
Number 10, The Tree of Life.
Don't do like I do. Promise me that.
Focusing on a 1950s family in Texas as a way to address the meaning of life, this Terrence Malick flick was the cinematic revelation of 2011.
Tell us a story from before we can remember.
Roger Ebert praised its impressive scale and its modesty, applauding Malick's grand vision of the universe through the eyes of one man reflecting on his childhood experience.
It's your house. You can kick me out whenever you want to. You'd like to kill me.
The now famous sequence depicting the birth of the universe has drawn comparisons to Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey. A one-of-a-kind experience, The Tree of Life drew strong opinions at Cannes, both positive and negative. But there's no denying this Palme d'Or winning film is profound and thought-provoking.
How did I lose you?
Number 9, 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days.
Știți că dacă vine miliția acum, primul pe mine mai ia. Deci eu îmi risc libertatea.
Although this film takes place in communist Romania, the issue it tackles remains relevant in many places in the world. When two university students get together to organize an illegal abortion, they encounter numerous obstacles that challenge their friendship.
E colega mea de cameră.
Păi și te-am întrebat eu cine a cui e sora, nu? Eu v-am explicat ceva clar.
Da, în situația asta e ce pot să fac eu. Ce ține de mine.
Celebrated for its minimalism and natural dialogue, the film focuses solely on the day of the abortion alone.
Eu am un gol în stomac.
Mănâncă ceva.
Ce să mănânc? Nu pot să mănânc nimic.
Stai tu liniștită că o să fie totul bine.
Part of a new wave in Romanian cinema, its open ending is especially provocative, forcing audiences to decide for themselves what happens between the two friends after this emotionally straining experience.
Azi știi cum zic eu să facem? Nu mai vorbim niciodată despre asta.
Number 8, The Piano. This story of a mute piano player married to a cruel man who sells her precious piano was such a revelation that it forced Hollywood to make space for independent cinema.
We're a family now. We all make sacrifices, and so will you. You will teach him. And I will see to it.
Directed by Jane Campion, the film was celebrated for telling a woman's story through her own eyes and mind.
The strange thing is, I don't think myself silent. That is because of my piano.
Few films have been as haunting and evocative as The Piano.
Do you love him? Do you? Is it him you love?
The movie garnered 3 Academy Awards for Best Actress Holly Hunter, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actress for then 11-year-old Anna Paquin, in addition to winning the Palme d'Or at Cannes.
Actually, to tell you the whole truth, Mother says most people speak rubbish, and it's not worth the listen.
Number 7, The Third Man.
Step out in the light and let's have a look at you. Who's your boss?
Directed by Carol Reed, This British film noir follows American pulp writer Holly Martins as he goes to Vienna to accept a job from his childhood friend.
What's the purpose of your visit here?
A friend of mine offered me a job here.
Where are you staying?
With him, 15 Stiftgasse.
His name?
Lime, Harry Lime.
However, when he arrives in Austria, he discovers his friend has died in a terrible accident.
I suppose it wouldn't interest you to know that Harry Lime was murdered. You're too busy. You haven't even bothered to get the complete evidence.
Or has he? Suddenly, Martins is thrust into a world in which nothing is as it seems.
Go home, Martins, like a sensible chap. You don't know what you're mixing in. Get the next plane.
As soon as I get to the bottom of this, I'll get the next plane.
The film's distinctive score, featuring extensive use of the zither, deservedly garners praise. But everything about the film, the great cast, haunting cinematography, and atmospheric direction, is exceptional and well-deserving of the Grand Prix du Festival International du Film.
Are you too busy chasing a few tubes of penicillin to investigate a murder?
These were murders. Men with gangrened legs. Women in childbirth. And there were children.
Number 6, The Conversation.
What's the message?
We want you to deliver the tapes on Sunday at 1 o'clock. The director will be there. He'll accept the tapes from you in person.
Inspired by Michelangelo Antonioni's 1966 film Blow Up.
Yeah. Great.
This Francis Ford Coppola thriller had a timely release, being released in the midst of the infamous Richard Nixon Watergate scandal.
We know that you know, Mr. Cole. For your own sake, don't get involved any further. We'll be listening to you.
In the film, surveillance expert Harry Call, played by Gene Hackman, has been assigned to record the conversation between a couple as they walk through San Francisco's Union Square.
Who's interested in these two anyway?
I don't know for sure.
The Justice Department?
Things get complex when Call begins to worry about the couple's safety once the recording is delivered to his client.
I'm not afraid of death.
I am afraid of murder.
In addition to winning the Palme d'Or, the film was nominated for a Best Picture Oscar, but lost that award to another Coppola classic, The Godfather Part 2.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Number 5, Barton Fink.
I'm a creator! I am a creator! Screw me! This is my uniform! This is how I serve the common man!
Leave it up to the Coen brothers to pen a movie about a 1940s playwright going through a mental nightmare after being hired by Hollywood to write scripts.
Right now, the contents of your head are the property of Capitol Pictures. If I was you, I would speak up.
Starring John Turturro as Barton Fink, the film initially finds Barton experiencing writer's block when he's assigned his first Hollywood project.
He wants you to tell him all about it tomorrow. I can't write anything by tomorrow. Who said right? Jesus, Jack can't read. You gotta tell it to him.
Things get even worse when he's suddenly and unknowingly involved in a murder investigation.
He said he liked Jack Oakey pictures.
You know, ordinarily we say anything you might remember could be helpful. But I'll be frank with you, Fink. That is not helpful.
Notice I was not writing it down.
Influenced by directing stalwarts like Stanley Kubrick and Roman Polanski, Barton Fink is still unmistakably a Coen brothers film.
Who cares about the 5th Earl of Bastrop and Lady Higginbottom and who killed Nigel Grinch Gibbons?
I could feel my butt getting sore already.
Defying all genre rules, it's a devastating and unsettling critique of the entertainment business that swept Cannes by taking the Palme d'Or as well as the awards for Best Actor for Turturro and Best Director for the Coens.
You read the Bible, Pete? Holy Bible? Yeah.
Number 4, Apocalypse Now.
When I was here, I wanted to be there. When I was there, all I could think of was getting back into the jungle.
Inspired by Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, this Francis Ford Coppola feature about the Vietnam War is one of the most epic war movies ever.
Lance! The wind! Huh? The wind! What? It's blowing on shore. It's coming on shore. It's gonna blow this place out!
The film had a difficult and lengthy production, which involved changes in casting well into production.
They say why. Willard. Why they wanted to terminate my command.
Marlon Brando's towering performance is eerily fascinating.
There they were in a pile of little arms.
And the supporting roster includes then newcomers Lawrence Fishburne and Harrison Ford.
Now he's crossed into Cambodia with this Montagnard army of his that worship the man like a god and follow every order, however ridiculous.
However, the film's strenuous production, which caused a heart attack for lead actor Martin Sheen, resulted in a true classic. Apocalypse Now was deemed a culturally, aesthetically, and historically significant work by the National Film Registry. And although the decision was met by some with derision, it tied for the Palme d'Or.
Part of me was afraid of what I would find and what I would do when I got there. I knew the risks. Or imagined I knew.
Number 3, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions?
Miramax's Harvey Weinstein arranged a promotional tour for this film that was unprecedented for an independent feature by a second-time director.
What flavor is this?
Knock it off, Julie.
What?
I don't need you to tell me how f***ing good my coffee is, okay?
The entire cast of the black comedy Crime Story showed up at the Cannes Film Festival for a midnight screening, creating a sensation.
What you gotta do is you gotta bring the needle down in a stabbing motion. I gotta stab her 3 times? No, you don't gotta f***ing stab her 3 times. You just gotta stab her once, but it's gotta be hard enough to get through her breastplate into her heart.
Did that help it win the Palme d'Or? Possibly. But there's no denying it was worthy of the award on its own merits.
You okay?
Nah, man. I'm pretty f***ing far from okay.
Pulp Fiction made Tarantino an important and influential director, and the movie turned genre expectations on their heads.
Well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet. Phase 1 is complete, clean the car, which moves us right along to phase 2. Clean you two.
Going against the rules of traditional screenwriting and plot development, Pulp Fiction succeeded on its own specific terms.
But still, I have to say, you play with matches, you get burned.
What do you mean?
You don't be giving Marcellus Wallace's new bride a foot massage.
Number 2, Taxi Driver.
Loneliness has followed me my whole life. Everywhere. Bars and cars, sidewalks, stores, everywhere. There's no escape. I'm God's lonely man.
This Scorsese film is another example of a movie that played at Cannes and went down in history as a cult classic.
There are other places I can take you, plenty of other movies I can take you to. I don't know much about them, but I can take you other places.
A young and scrawny Robert De Niro plays a taxi driver who wants to clean the streets of New York of all the scum.
You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
He's the prototype of many Scorsese protagonists struggling with their masculinity, religion, and their place in society.
I really want to. I got some bad ideas in my head. I just can't.
The film also features 13-year-old Jodie Foster in one of the most memorable performances of her career.
Are you a scorpion?
What?
That's it, you're a scorpion. I can tell every time.
Although Taxi Driver was booed when it was first shown at the festival, it's now considered by many as one of the best films ever to win the Palme d'Or. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I just can't, seem to do anything right.
Listen, I can't make you a great dancer. I don't even know if I can make you a good dancer.
This is it? This is Paris? Looks just like Texas to me.
It is.
Paris, Texas?
It's right here on the map.
There's really a place called Paris, Texas?
It's right here.
Stop it! Stop it! Give me those pictures. You can't photograph people like that.
Who says I can't? I'm only doing my job. Some people are bullfighters, some people are politicians. I'm a photographer.
Nous élèverons cet enfant ensemble.
il sera notre enfant. Acceptez, je vous en prie, Geneviève.
Number 1. La Dolce Vita.
Fate silenzio! Ha detto la Madonna che se non si costruisce una chiesa qui non viene più! Buonanotte, andate a casa! Andate a casa!
Our top pick is a stunningly directed classic that made waves with its fascinatingly stylized approach to movie making.
Chi sei, povera anima? Perché piangi?
Quite ahead of his time, director Federico Fellini tackled the topic of tabloid culture and shallow glitz.
Scoprendo una magnifica dentatura, la bellissima Silvia dà un morso al tipico e gustoso prodotto italiano, è vero? E nei suoi vivaci colori e nel suo profumo sembra riassumere la gioia di vivere del nostro paese.
He follows Marcello, a gossip magazine reporter on a 7-night journey to experience the sweet life of Rome's elite.
La sua abilità per la Coca-Cola, ma lo champagne è roba mia.
The result is a series of cinematic moments devoid of a traditional plot structure.
Le parrà strano, ma io credo di conoscerla bene. Il giorno in cui lei capirà di amare Marcello più di lui stesso, sarà felice.
Fellini's obsession with our futile search for love and happiness in places empty of such possibilities influenced the works of directors like David Lynch, Martin Scorsese, and many more. Decades later, this Palme d'Or winner is still undeniably thrilling.
Sono come te, ci sono degli uomini che sono felici quando trovano qualcuno che gli vuole bene e non vanno in giro a cercare altre donne. Sei tu, solo tu che sei così.
Do you agree with our list?
Come out, whoever you are.
What's your personal favorite Palme d'Or winner?
You seem like a really nice person, and I don't want to offend you.
For more top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You're looking for something to happen, that was it.